All right, guys, so check this out. I told you I was going to prove to you, no matter what, if you have a triangle, the angles on the inside will always equal 180 degrees. And if you remember when we talked about angles yesterday, those were called straight angles, right? Because an acute angle measured less than 90 degrees. A right angle measured exactly 90 degrees. An obtuse angle was more than 90 degrees, and if the angle went perfectly straight open and made a straight line, it was called a straight angle. And a straight angle equals 180 degrees. So like if I do a 180, I face one direction and I turn and face the other way. So I'm going to prove to you that triangles always equal 180 degrees. All right, so let's take a look at this little bitty triangle first. Make it hard on me first. What kind of a triangle is that from what we talked about the other day? Well, look at the sides. The sides are all the same length, so we know it's an equilateral. And every one of the angles are less than 90 degrees, because if I use my corner checker here, and I slide this in the corner, you can see this angle right here is less than 90 degrees. It's about a 45-50 degree angle. So this angle's less, this angle's less, and this one is less. So if they're all less than 90 degrees, it is an acute equilateral triangle. All right, so now watch this. I'm going to take those three angles, and I'm just going to tear them off. Okay, I'm going to tear off that angle, that one, and that one. So there's my three angles. I just took them right off of there. And if I want to, line them up corner to corner. And in geometry, corners are called vertices. So if I put, or a vertex is one. If I put each vertex lined up together, look at that. What does it create? All three angles together will create, I'm going to tape them so that they don't, I'm going to try to tape them so they don't slide. There we go. All three angles together make a perfectly straight line. So the three angles added together equals a straight angle, or 180. All right, let's look at another one. I'm going to shrink myself a little bit here. Let's take a look at this triangle. What kind of triangle is this? Well, take a look at the angles. This is an acute, this is an acute, and this is an acute. So we know it's an acute triangle. And it looks like the three sides are different lengths. 1, 2, 3. They're all different. So it's an acute scalene triangle. All right, let's try these guys. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tear off the corners. And I'm going to line them up side by side. And even though that triangle was very different than the first equilateral acute one, when I put them together, what do they create? A perfect straight line. Perfect. All right, here we go again. Let's take a look at this angle. Whew. This one is another triangle. Well, this is acute for sure. This is acute for sure, tiny little angles. And what kind of angle is this up here? I'm going to use my corner checker. Line it up with one side, and look how much larger it is than the 90-degree line. So this is obtuse angle. So if that's the case, this is an obtuse triangle with an obtuse angle. And these two sides are the same length. This one is longer. So it's an obtuse isosceles. All right, let's take off these angles. That's a very tiny one. Here's another acute one, much smaller together. Even together, they don't make 90 degrees. And then I'm going to take this obtuse angle and line them up. They go straight across. Exactly a 180 degree angle. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Up, slipped on me. Hold on. Come on back. Here's my obtuse and my other little acute one. It makes that straight line, 180 degrees. All right, last one. This triangle, right away I can tell this angle is a right angle. So immediately I know this is a right triangle because it has a right angle. This side's small, short. This is medium side, that's a little bit longer. So all three are different. So it's a right scalene triangle. Tearing off my corners. One. There's my right angle. And if I put those two together to make a straight line, this angle should slide right in there. and complete my 180-degree straight line. All right, pretty neat. So I've just proven to you that triangles always have 180 degrees on their three angles. So let's try something. If that's the case, what if I tell you that a triangle has these three angles? 40 degrees, 60 degrees, and something. What would be that third angle? Well, 40 plus 60 equals 100. And we know all three have to equal 180, so this angle has to be 80 degrees. And I can tell you it's a scalene triangle because all three are different. And it's an acute triangle because all three are less than 90 degrees. Try this one. What if I had a 110-degree angle, a 40-degree angle? What would the third one be? 110 plus 40 is 150. And to get to 180 degrees, I would have to add 30 degrees. And this one would also be scalene. All three are different. And it's obtuse because here's one obtuse angle. Okay, so let's try this one. What if I had an 80-degree angle, an 80-degree angle? What would the third one be? Well, 80 plus 80 equals 160, so this one would have to be 20 degrees. This would be an acute triangle, and since it has two that are the same, that tells me it's going to be an isosceles triangle. So that is an acute isosceles. All right, so here's a challenge for you. See if you can go around your, zoom out here. See if you can go around your house and take some pictures of some triangles as you look around and see if you can find me examples of all the different triangles that we just mentioned. I have just, and don't ask me why, I still have my Christmas things on my desk. It's a secret. But I pulled up this lovely Santa Claus that was made for me by my Bailey when he was in kindergarten. But here, what kind of a triangle is Santa? Santa is an isosceles acute triangle because he's got two equal sides, like the party hat, and a short side on the bottom. And each one of these angles is an acute angle. So go around the house, see if you can snap some pictures of different types of triangles and send them my way. Have a great day. I'll see you guys tomorrow.